Hey sis, picture this. You're grieving the loss of someone you love, and your job tells you to skip the funeral because this opportunity may not come around again. Can't make this ish up. Ain't that some corporate BS? Girl. Welcome to episode 2 of Corporate B.S, where I'm spilling all the hot tea on true stories that happened to me while working in corporate America. Let's get into it. So I was working for a major tech company, and let's just say their culture was more about performance and less about people. My boyfriend at the time, his dad ended up passing away, and it hit really hard. He was like a father to me. The funeral was out of state, and so we had arranged to go to the funeral and the viewing within the next week or so of this happening. And I was in the middle of an interview process for a new up-and-coming role that I was excited about. And of course, the panel interview fell on the same day as the viewing. So I do what any respectful employee would do, and I request the time off well in advance. And I get a call from into my manager's office, and she looks me dead in the face and says, "Are you sure you want to miss this interview? He ain't your husband, right?" Opportunities like this don't come around very often. Ma'am, excuse me. Like, how inconsiderate could you be? So are you seriously telling me to skip a funeral for a maybe promotion? That moment showed me that you can love your job, but corporate don't love you back. And what I realized in that moment is my grief took a back seat to office politics, because God forbid you act like a human being in corporate America. So guess what I did? I requested to do the interview over the phone. And on the day of the viewing, I stepped out of the funeral home in tears, in heels, and took that interview in the car. And I killed that shit. I mean, I was professional, I was polished, the whole nine. And I still didn't get the job. So naturally, I asked for feedback because I knew I nailed it. And you know what they said to me? "Honestly, Chelsea, you did really well in the interview, but it was just a really tough decision." Girl, what? I interrupted a whole funeral for y'all, and you can't even give me a reason? That's not corporate America. That's corporate audacity.
Homie, don't play that.
That moment broke something in me, but it also woke me up. That was the day that I realized that I was building someone else's empire while putting my own life on pause. That was the day that I promised myself that I would never let my job make me choose between my real life and a paycheck. That's when I started building my business quietly, because I needed to create a life where I didn't have to ask permission to be human. If this story hits too close to home, it's time to ask yourself, why am I giving so much of myself to a job that sees me as replaceable? That business idea, that thing you've been sitting on, it's really time to take that seriously, because jobs like this will really make you question your worth. And queen, you're priceless. If you're done with the toxic job culture and you're ready to build a brand that pays you to be you, then it's about time you join the Sassy Boss community. Make sure you download my free guide, The Passive Income Playbook. It's going to give you the exact steps you need to build a brand, attract the right clients, get paid, and ditch that 9-to-5 and thrive, girl.
Slay!
Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you never miss a wild corporate BS story again, because child, I got receipts and it gets messier. Like and comment, and let me know if you ever had a ridiculous story that you've had to deal with in corporate America. We'd love to hear it and share it with our audience here. See you next time.